Good morning, everybody. All right, so we are Saturday, September 10th. It's a bit of a late video today. It's 11:05 right now. By the time this goes up, it'll probably be closer to 11:30 here in Canada. Okay, so let's see. Why am I late today? Well, I had a lot of stuff to do today, and I'll talk about it afterwards. So let's start with yesterday. So yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, I was at 3:03. Actually, I was 3:03 on the nose. Okay. Yesterday was one of those days that I felt like Saxenda wasn't working very well. And for people that are new to this, or haven't tried it yet, or are thinking about it, here's my experience with it. With Saxenda, most days it works very well. Some days it feels like a placebo. It doesn't work at all. Okay. Yesterday was kind of one of those days. But so you're gonna see I've listed all the food that I ate yesterday because I had the number, but I want the list because there was a ton of stuff that went into my body yesterday, so it wasn't fantastic. But the results weren't too bad. I was able to reduce the damages because I've been on this great swing. So if you're on top of things usually in your day to day, and you're actually losing every day, whenever you have a bad day, at least for me, when I have a bad day, I can still kind of control it, and still I can still go all out and eat a bunch of stuff that I've been craving without destroying my calories for the day. So here goes. So yesterday morning, I tried to skip breakfast, but yesterday morning I just had this hunger, and I ended up eating. My wife made zucchini bread. Okay, she saw a recipe online with zucchini bread. It was for every slice you make a loaf and you divide it, and per slice it came up to about 150 calories. She took that zucchini bread and she added dark chocolate chips into it, which just it made it fantastic. So I had a slice. It was the last slice, the end of the thing, of the bread, of the loaf. It wasn't much of a piece, but I'm still going to put 200 calories. Let's play it safe. 200 calories. She added some chips. It's probably about right anyway. Afterwards, that held me off for a little bit. Afterwards, and I think I spoke about this yesterday, I was craving a banana. I ended up eating that banana. So that banana was 150 calories because it was a pretty long one. So 150 calorie banana. Then around lunchtime, I had my toast that I put on with my fake peanut butter. Those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it's not. I used to use PB2. Now I think the one that I use is called PB and Me. I think it's what it's called. It's powdered peanut butter. It doesn't taste. If you're used to here in Canada, the craft peanut butter, it doesn't taste. Don't expect that, but it has the same consistency. So it's very, very similar to that. And even though the taste is off, the savings the one I take is the peanut butter and chocolate. So they add a little something to it. So I don't expect exact peanut butter aside from the consistency. And honestly, the savings in calories are huge. If I'm not mistaken, I get two spoonfuls is about 35 calories or something like that, and my bread's 115. So to get two toasts with a good amount of peanut butter on each, 150 calories, I love it, and that's actually one of my staples in my diet. It's been in there for a long time. When I want to lose weight, I trade away the unhealthy bread for the healthy stuff. I trade the peanut butter for that powdered version, and it's huge. I can still eat the stuff that I enjoy, and you get used to the taste, right? It's not perfect. What I usually do is I add fruit to it. So if I have my toast, I'll try to add some berries, or I'll cut up some strawberries and put little slices. Or even if you're eating a banana, I don't tend to eat bananas too often because I still find there's a lot of sugars and calories in bananas. But I could have made a banana sandwich. Now I didn't eat at the same time, that's why I didn't do that today. But yeah, so 150 calories for that bread with that peanut butter. A little bit later, I was still hungry. So I ate grapes. I had a little bowl of grapes. So I think I brought it upstairs. 100 calories. Grapes, you can go a long way, which is very surprising because grapes are sweet, they're delicious, and yeah, with a nice little cup, it's about 100 calories. Worth it, much better than chocolate and stuff. A little bit later, we're getting near dinner time. It was probably around 3 o'clock. I was starting to get hungry again for dinner. And all I did was, and I think at that point, I don't know, I don't want to say I was bored, but I don't know, I was in a mode where I just wanted to snack. So whenever I went by the kitchen, I looked see what we had. We had a big bag of Tostitos, these little Tostitos. I grabbed 6. Normally I would have finished the bag. I grabbed 6 because they're very salty and it was kind of nice. I don't eat too much salt. I try to avoid it. Having 6 of them, 50 calories. That was good. That held me off till dinner. It was just a little. I just needed to put something in my mouth. Like I don't think I was that hungry. I just needed something. I was just. Well, you know, you guys have been through this. You understand. Sometimes you're not eating because you're hungry. Sometimes you just it's automatic. You just have to do it, right? So that held me off till dinner time. Dinner time was interesting. So we had chicken tornadoes. So it's a piece of chicken that's a round piece of chicken. There's a bacon around it. Now we toss out the bacon. I don't eat the bacon. And then my wife made a mac and cheese, but instead of using pasta, she used cauliflower. She cut up cauliflower and put some kind of cheese sauce on top, turned it into sort of a mac and cheese, and she put a bunch of vegetables in there, and it was fantastic. So I didn't have a whole lot of that because of the cheese, but it was delicious. And then a little portion of salad. The chicken is 200 calories. The salad is probably the amount that I had was probably 50 or 75 calories, the tops. And then I'm putting about 300 for the mac and cheese, even though it really wasn't much. It wasn't even a cup worth. It's fine. Let's put 300. So 600 calories there. Felt pretty satisfied. Afterwards, we had people over. Everybody jumped in the pool, and my son, he's got a sore throat and a runny nose, so we told him he couldn't go in the pool. We have a cruise coming up. We need him to get better. So we don't want him dunking his head underwater and stuff like that. And he's sick, so doesn't matter what we say. If we go, yo, you can go, but only to your waist, there's no way. He'll be under the water in no time. And it was an accident. So he was feeling pretty miserable about it. We went for a ride, a little drive, just him and I, while everybody was having fun. And eventually we ended up stopping at a place to get desserts for everybody at home. And those were donuts. I bought some donuts for everybody, telling myself I wouldn't eat one. I got home over time. I ate a donut. I didn't want to, but I know eventually it just kind of worked. And I said, I started counting my calories for the day. I said, I'm still doing pretty well. I think I can give myself a little treat, even though I had a full day worth of treats. It was just one of those days. And I had a donut. I checked online. That donut is 300 calories that I had. And then, so now we're probably around 7:30 at this time. Kids are now down, and my wife and I, we're watching the new Lord of the Rings series. We're enjoying it. I don't know. It's got a bunch of terrible reviews. I like it. It's pretty good. And usually when we watch movies, we're snacking. So I was looking for snacks. I wanted to avoid snacks, but I was in that mode, where we're okay. What are we gonna have? And eventually, I kind of ended up doing what I used to do back in the day, where instead of eating something, I grabbed myself a big glass like this of Diet Pepsi, and I just sipped on it through the whole show, and that kept me satisfied. So at the end of the day, 1,550 calories is what I ate yesterday, even though I was eating all kinds of crazy stuff. And this is what I mean. So it felt like Saxenda wasn't working yesterday, but there was a lot of damage control. So I did well. 1,550 is probably, I'm sure my doctor would much rather I eat 1,550 every day than I eat 1,200, right? So it's not a bad day. And we had some of the food was terrible. Some of the food gave me what I needed, so it's good. And this morning, first off, so how much did I weigh in this morning? Here we go. So I was at 303 yesterday. This morning, weighed in. Here we go, 301.2. Great. Does that mean that tomorrow I won't lose any weight because I jogged too much? Maybe. We'll find out. But one good thing is I woke up this morning energized and with a little bit of a fire in my belly to get up and get working, because I didn't go to the gym. I told you guys I was going to go to the gym yesterday. I didn't do it. So when I woke up this morning, that was in my mind all night. You didn't go to the gym, Pat. You should have went. You should have found time. I feel guilty. Instead of watching my show, I should have went to the gym. That would have been the healthier solution. But sometimes we need a little time for ourselves. To the amount of hours I work, if I can sit down with my wife and enjoy a show, that means a lot. So this morning I woke up, changed right away, hit the gym. So I got to the gym. and had a good workout. And I actually put some, usually I listen to inspirational videos. That's what works for me usually. But this time there was an old song that I hadn't heard in a long time that just gets me in a mood to push harder. The song is, well, I won't play it because, well, first off, it's pretty vulgar, but it works for me. It's Roy Jones Jr. Can't Be Touched, I think is what it's called. It's a boxer that had a fantastic career, and I just love the song. So I was putting that on and I think I probably put that song 3, 4 times while I was jogging, and I felt like I was running faster and I was lasting longer. And though I was really tired, I was more tired than I normally was jogging, and I couldn't figure out why. And then I forgot that I inclined it. So instead of being flat, I was up a little bit. So I was doing all this while being inclined. Good workout. Good workout. I was sweating today. Once that was done, today we have, well, every weekend in the summer here in Canada, well, here in my area of Canada, we have yard sales. Okay, so I don't know if every country, I know the States, you guys have yard sales. I don't know if on the other side of the pond, if you guys do yard sales. I would assume so, where people can just sell their stuff on their yard. Some places you can do it any weekend, and places where we live, it's a rotation. So you have 2 weekends in the summer, and if you where it aligns, well, that's when you're allowed to sell your stuff. So the town just next to us was having that this weekend, and I had, since I bought a new laser lately, I had been looking for some supplies, some tools to make my life easier. For example, I need like a bench, a saw bench, because I want to buy some 4x8 sheets and cut them by hand. Oh God, it's a lot of work, but I'm not equipped. And I remember going to the store, and these things were 500-600 bucks easy. And I was, so whenever I went to the yard sale, I found one. Now it doesn't have the base, but I can put it on a table. I have the top, the important part, for 30 bucks. Hey, that's great. And now, because I want to paint some stuff, instead of, I was looking for a spray to spray the paint so I can just put the paint directly in it, a sprayer. And I found that for 30 bucks, brand new, a really good name brand. And I also found some butchers. I found a bunch of stuff. It was super, I was super pleased. What does that have to do with Saxenda? Well, nothing and everything, because that has nothing to do with the actual drug. Everything because my mind was so busy looking at that this morning and thinking about my projects and fun things to do that I didn't even think about food. And now it's 11 o'clock, and I'm just now starting to think, oh yeah, I didn't eat today. So it's good to keep myself busy. So yeah, so everything is good. Now I'm about to, well, it's 11:18 now. I'm gonna make probably for my lunch. I'm gonna eat, I think, my toast again. I'm gonna pick some fruits that we have in the fridge, see what's about to expire, finish those off, and maybe I'll even have a shake with that, so I can have my protein, because I did work out. I did push pretty hard this morning and get some more protein in my body today. Saxenda is in full force. It's the craziest thing. Yesterday, it didn't seem to work. Today, it's fantastic. Feel great. Even now, I'm starting to think about food, and my stomach's fine. Like, I just feel like I need to put something in my body. That's about it. So it should be a good day. We're supposed to be celebrating my wife, her birthday. We're going to be on the cruise, or on our way to the cruise for her birthday. So some of her friends are throwing her a birthday party today. There's going to be cake involved and this and that. So maybe I'll have a thin slice. I think I'll be pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. So anyways, I'll let you guys know tomorrow. So I hope you all have a wonderful Saturday. Thanks for checking in. And yeah, I hope you guys all the best. If you guys have any questions, comments, any issues, we're like a family here. So drop it down in the chat. And if it's not me, somebody else, we all kind of answer and try to help each other. All right. Have a good day, guys. Bye.